Hello everybody, welcome back to another breakdown video. So in today's video I'm going to be breaking down this GBP AUD trade that we took and GBP USD. So I'm going to be breaking the two of them, the reason why we took this trade, what I saw. Now GBP AUD, most people were asking me why I took this trade because the structure was looking kind of disastrous. Everything that's going on here is just weird. All these candlesticks, broke structure, close back inside. So this is what I saw. Let's go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we'll notice this structure here. Notice that price came down, respected this level of support, bounced off of it, came up to retest this previous level of support, turning it into a level of resistance. Then price came back, formed a double bottom. Price formed a double bottom. Let me make this cleaner. So we have a level of support here. Price broke this level of support, found a level of support here, went back to retest this level of support that it broke, turning it into a level of resistance. You can see that price now melted to the downside, respecting this previous level of support, formed a double bottom. Then price went all the way up, got to this level of resistance. Price respected it a little bit with all this weak rejection, but price later broke structure to the upside. Now what do we notice? Price stopped at this level of resistance. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Price found resistance, stopped there, started to pull back down. But what do you notice again? Price has broken structure here. This is a double bottom. Price broke the neck. And now what do we know about double bottoms and double tops? For a double bottom, we know that price will form a lower low, a lower high, then fail to break that support, turning it into a double bottom. Then now price broke structure to the upside. Price broke this structure here, the neck of that double bottom. Then at this point we'll be waiting for a pullback. We're waiting for price to come back and retest that neckline in order to buy. So as I said about our Fibonacci on the other video, we're waiting for the retracement. We draw it from the swing low to the swing high and wait for price to get to our golden zone. So we're waiting for price to get to our golden zone before we start looking for entries and now aim for the next level of resistance. Or we can just use our Fibonacci levels for our TP1, TP2 and TP3. So that's it for this double bottom. That's something similar. Something similar happened here. So now what do you notice? What do you notice? Let's say we used our Fibonacci from the swing low, this candlestick that started the breakout from the swing low to the swing high, what do you notice? Our golden zone was rejected multiple times. For 3 days, we had these wicks 1, 2, 3. So on the daily, you notice that this level of 0.5/0.618 was rejected. But on the 4-hour time frame, you notice that it was looking confusing. But knowing that on the daily, all these candlesticks here are just wicks, they are rejections. They are not actually a break of structure. They are rejections on the daily time frame. So price broke structure, we pulled out our Fibonacci from the swing low to the swing high. Price came into that golden zone and rejected. What other things do we see? If you draw your trend line, you notice that price also bounced off of this trend line here. Price rejected that trend line, which is telling us that there's a higher probability of price continuing to the upside. So now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. On seeing that on the daily, now on the 4-hour, let me clear this. On the 4-hour time frame, what do you notice? Previous level of resistance, which is that double bottom, the neck of that double bottom that we saw on the daily. Resistance, support again. So you see, this here is a level of resistance, support. Price has turned this level to a level of support. On seeing that price is rejecting this level, we're obviously going to be looking for buys. That was when I noticed this engulfing candle here. After this doji candle, I noticed this, so I went to the 1-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, I noticed that price was rejecting this support after forming this double bottom here. After this double bottom, the price formed. But although it has not broken the neck yet, but I noticed a rejection of this our 8 smoother moving average. The 8 smoother moving average has started to scoop price to the upside. As you can see, that started to push price up. We already know that we are at a level of support, so we are looking for buys. We're looking for buys only. But I think our entry was at, let me check. Our entry was somewhere here. After this candle that closed very strong. After this green candle that closed very strong, that was when we executed. Because now it indicates that buyers are starting to take control of this market. So we executed when I drew my fib. I drew my fib from this green candle that formed the double bottom, that rejection, to where price started to retrace, which is here. This candlestick here, that was where price started to retrace. And what do you notice? Our golden zone was rejected. So you can see our Fibonacci golden zone was rejected. So we executed somewhere here. Our stop loss was below that candle, somewhere here, then our take profits. We notice this level of resistance here. We add the level of resistance here, and if you drag, you notice price also reacted to that level multiple times in the past. So our take profit was somewhere here, and price smashed it. So that was the reason why we took this GBP AUD trade. And now you notice that price has broken structure. We have a structure here that price broke this level of resistance. So if you bring out your Fibonacci, draw it from this push that broke structure to where price started to retrace, you notice that price is already rejecting our golden zone. Consider. So there's a high probability of price continuing to the upside. But I'm not taking this trade because this is not London session. We're already past London session. So you want to be trading the GBPPS during London session. So you can see we have that golden zone rejection. Price might continue to probably this TP2 level because it's aligning with this level of resistance. But this here is our TP3, which is also aligning with this level as well. But there's a high probability of price getting to this level than this level. So that was why we took this trade. You also notice this chart pattern here. Price broke that trend line, came back to retest. Price came back for a retest, which gave me more confidence to keep holding the trade because the trade was just consolidating. Wasted time for hours, almost 4 or 5 hours before price started to push to the upside. So that was the reason why we took the GBPAUD trade. As you can see now, the moving averages have crossed over. We have to wait for more confirmations. As you can see, structure broken. Currently retesting it. So now let's go to GBP USD. GBP USD. This GBP USD trade I sent out, I personally did not take the trade because I was already in that GBP AUD trade. I was already in that trade and the trade was still at entry point when I saw this setup. So I cannot enter another trade when the trade I'm in already is still at entry. I only enter another trade if I've moved my stop loss to break even and the trade is in profit. Knowing that I've already made that trade risk free, then okay, I can take other positions. So now on this GBP USD trade, we'll notice that on the 4-hour time frame, you have all these trend lines here. Notice structure. Notice this clean structure that price has been giving us. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and lower highs. price got to this level of resistance, or this psychological level of 1.20000, price rejected this trend line here, forming a double top at that trend line. You will notice this engulfing candle here. We are on the 4-hour time frame, so price started to push all the way down, knowing that we have a level of support here, and price has just rejected this level of resistance and the trend line. Then there's a high probability of price getting to this level of support. On the 1-hour time frame, you notice this chart pattern. Our moving averages, the red 50 smoothed moving average is now above the 8 blue smoothed moving average. So we are now in a bearish market. On the 15-minute time frame, you notice this structure that was broken. You notice this chart pattern here. Price broke it. So whenever we see a chart pattern, let us wait for price to break and retest. So price broke that chart pattern. On the retracement, if you draw your Fibonacci from that candlestick that broke structure, this candlestick here that started the break of structure, draw your Fib to where price started to retrace, which is this candle. You will notice that price rejected our golden zone here. You see that I melted to the downside, but price now retraced, came back for a second retest. Price came back for a second retest. So this was the retest that I saw. I still pulled out the Fibonacci, drew it from that candlestick that started the break of structure to this level here, where price started to pull back for that second retest. You still notice that we are still on that golden zone. So that was when I called out the trade. Price was, let me see, price was somewhere here. Price was somewhere here when I called it out. Then our stop loss above, don't forget what I said, 0.764, our stop loss. So it was somewhere here. Then take profits to this level of support, which was later smashed. But this trade I did not take this trade because I was in the other trade. So that was what I saw. That was the reason why we took the 2 trades. That was why I called these trades out. So hopefully you guys gained something from this video. Thanks for watching. And I'm currently in this, I don't know, EURUSD trades. I'm currently in this trade. About 3 times my risk. So let's see how it plays out. So see you guys in the next video. Yeah, we might even take. There's something I'm seeing currently. I'm seeing something currently. Let me see. A 382 rejection and the psychological level of 1.19000. Let me see. Bro, what's going on? something like this, stop loss like this, take profit like so. Might play out, might not. This is GBPUSD, only trading GBPPS when it's London session. So this isn't London session, so I'm not taking this trade and I'm not calling it out. So thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video.